What's going on, guys? I was trying to get a good shot at my house, but with the way that the sun is, it just wasn't an option. So you're gonna hear cars driving past and potentially people walking up to me because I am in an active parking lot. But it's finally here. We are taking a look today at my 1994 Toyota Sera. I don't know if we've quite dubbed this one the Quest Power Sera, but that's kind of what I would like it to be. Right now you can follow me on Instagram at Accountant Mechanic, and you can follow this car page on at JDM Sera. That car page is going to be where this build takes place, and part of that build is going to be helped by you guys. I really need your help sourcing some parts and some other things for this vehicle, and I'd like to talk about that here in a little bit. But first off, let's talk about what this vehicle is. This is one of my dream cars. I am a Fast and Furious nerd, so this is second, in my opinion, only to the Mark IV Supra. But this is a car that I've wanted for a really, really long time, and I think I have a really unique version of this car. This one does have the 5E FHE engine, which I believe that all of these came with. It's of course fuel injected, it is front wheel drive, and this one is a 5-speed. That is where the similarities to some of the other cars kind of stops. I just said a second ago that we may dub the Quest Power Sera, and that is because this does have a 6-piece Quest Power body kit on it. For you guys who know more about these body kits than I do, please leave a message, a comment down below. I'm reading all of these, but let me know if it's a complete kit. As far as I can tell, the kit includes, and this vehicle has, the front bumper, the rear bumper, the wing, the side skirts, and the hood. And as far as I can tell, this is the only Sera around that has all of them. Maybe some of them have the front and rear bumper, but this is, I think, the first one that I've seen that has the full kit. And I think that's paired with the 5-speed, making this a pretty unique vehicle. Let's talk about some things that are not so unique. The Sera was offered with a bunch of different factory options, and this is a Phase 3 Sera. I think Phase 3 is 93.5 to 95, somewhere in there, and this is a 94, so it's slap dab in the middle. But this particular car has drum brake rear, and it's got discs in the front. That was factory, but there was also a factory option to have disc brakes in the rear. Now, I know that this car, the platform at least, is based roughly on the Tercel platform, so if any of you guys could let me know, hey, this platform, you can get the rear brakes from a Tercel that had discs and swap that over. And if not, let me know that as well. I have to find Sera disc brakes. I've been looking, and the information that I'm looking for is a little bit more difficult to find. So, if you guys know more than me, if you can swap Tercel rear discs onto this, please let me know. And then while I'm in there, of course, I'd like to lower this a couple inches. So you suspension guys, let me know what suspension kits will work on this car and what you recommend. I'm really open-minded when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I don't need anything crazy performance, but I'm willing to put on this car what this car deserves, because I really, really love this car. And I'm really excited to finally have a car that I know in my soul I want to keep. So definitely let me know what you guys think about the suspension and about the rear brakes. There are a couple of things on this car that were factory that I would like to find. The mirrors on the insides, they have these small triangular kind of plastic pieces, and they're both broken on this one. One of them is missing, one of them is there, and I would like to replace those if possible. My interior is very, very clean in my opinion, and the couple of issues that it has are mostly just missing parts. So if anybody has a bead on those pyramid, I don't know what you call them, triangle interior pieces, if you could let me know, or let me know if you know somebody who's injection molding them. I know there's a couple of people that are still doing that, but if you guys know who I can reach out to for that kind of stuff, please let me know in the comments below. As far as the rest of the interior pieces go, I'm missing one of the plastic pieces from the trunk area, and I really, really would like to try and find the cargo cover. I'm not necessarily sold on needing the speakers that go above it, but if anybody knows where I can source the cargo cover, just the panel, please let me know, because I really, really like to find that. I think that would just kind of tie in the back of this car, especially for people that are looking in when I'm going to car shows, just to be able to cover up my Torchic plushie. I think that would be just a good thing just to have in general. A couple of the other quirks of this car, again, this is a 30-year-old car now, and I was never expecting this car to be perfect. I said in a previous video which I will link to at the end of this one, that, there are some blemishes on this car. There are definitely some things that need to be repainted. There are some interior pieces that are just not working the way that they're supposed to. So for instance, the radio would not work in my area because of the frequencies, but it also wouldn't work because it's just broken. It was one of those overly complicated fold out screen radios. And so the camera that you guys are viewing the world through right now actually is the new double din radio that's going to go in there. So we're working on replacing that and getting some of the other things figured out. That's going to be kind of the start of my journey on fixing the electronics with this car. The car has some interesting stuff going on with the headlights. It's like a combination of HID and LEDs, and it's all wired just incorrectly, with bad tape, and the turn signals and running lights are not working the way they're supposed to. So I need to get in there and take care of that. But one of the problems that I'm having is the headlight housings have these tabs on the top where they actually mount to the frame or the body, and the tabs have broken off. So you guys who have these cars, how have you fixed these tabs? How have you repaired these pieces, or have you sourced new old stock ones? If you could let me know, I need to fix these tabs. Obviously, I don't want my lights vibrating and falling out. So for you guys who do have these, let me know how you've been fixing them. Or if you guys who are in the, the automotive auto body space, definitely let me know if there's a good, I don't know what you would call it, like a plastic repair kit. Like I said, I'm super open to all the suggestions that you guys have. So please let me know. But I'm looking for a couple of other things. I'm looking for the fog lights. I know the fog lights were a factory option. I would really like to have them. And, if I could get them, I think this bumper would have a good spot to mount them. There's no reason for me to speculate until I get them. But for the time being, I'm on the search for those fog lights. I know the guys that have them are just not getting rid of them. And I totally understand, because I'd be right there with them. But, this car is so close to being where I want it to be, that I'm mostly open to suggestions on how to fix the few things that are broken, and what you guys think about certain other ideas that I have. One of the ideas that I have is for a short throw shifter. The throw on this shifter is almost as long as the throw on my 92 4Runner, and I would really like to get a short throw if possible. Now, I have not taken the top of this transmission apart to find out if short throw is even possible. I don't know what kind of coupling it has between the shifter and the top of the transmission. But if there is a short throw kit out there, I haven't seen one yet. So this is, again, please, if you've seen something like that, please let me know in the comments below. I'm very much looking forward to reading all of your guys' suggestions, because I really, really like this car, and I really, really like driving it. But there's just a couple of creature comfort things that, if I could resolve, I would like to do that sooner rather than later. Suggestions on wheels, I'm open to that as well. These are the NKs, and these are a sport wheel. They say for competition only, but obviously they're holding up just fine on the road. But I don't necessarily like the color white for a vehicle like this. I'm going to wrap it in the future. I have an idea for a color that I want to wrap it, but you guys can let me know what you think as well. But I'd like to go, I think, with a set of BBSs. I know that those are a German wheel, and this is a Japanese car, and I'm getting rid of a Japanese wheel, so some guys might not like that idea. But, I've wanted BBSs forever. I know that's super cliche, and all you Beamer guys right now are getting so excited that I said that. But, I just want stuff that I've kind of always wanted on a tuner on this car. I really like the idea of having a two-tone wheel. I've never had a three-piece or a two-piece before. So if I could find something like that, I think I'd really enjoy it personally. And this car is for me. This car isn't for anybody else, although I do like having other people's input on it, because I think a lot of you guys know more about these cars than I do. Specifically, I had somebody on the last short that I made give me a recommendation on how to turbo this. They said that this 5E engine was similar to the 4E engine that came on either a Tercel or a different Celica or something like that. And they were giving me examples of how to turbo it. So if you know how to turbo this car, or if you have a manifold, or if you know somebody who's done it, let me know. I'm super open to any and all of the upgrades that I can make to this car, because at the end of the day, I just adore this car. I love the way that it looks. I love the way that it drives. I love talking to people about it. I just had a couple of neighbors drive by, and they saw me getting ready to make this particular video. And, they've been very helpful to me already just in the short time, because we were able to talk about cars, and they hopped into the garage and helped me with a quick project. And, the the car culture in the last couple years has gotten a little bit strange, where it seems like everybody wants to talk about the newest car or the fastest car or comparing one fast car to another. And that's fun, and it is for a particular audience that I'm not quite so close to. But what I really am close to are the people who want to build, work on, and be around older cars. They want to keep more cars on the road. They want to keep more vehicles running. And that to me is the hallmark of somebody who's really in the culture. And I'd like to be a part of that more so than I've ever been before. So I'd really like you guys to reach out to me on Instagram in the comments. I really want your suggestions. I want to know what you think about this car and where you think I should take it. Because I know I just said a couple minutes ago, this is my car, but if I'm going to be talking to people about it, I want to know as much about it as I can, and I want to be able to improve this car as much as possible. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate you watching the build. I think I'm going to call this video, part 1 or video 1, or however we're going to list it. But, this is going to be a long series of us working on this car and talking about this car and really getting this car to a point where, it's going to be recognizable at shows. I'm going to be able to talk to people about it more. I really like talking about cars and sharing that culture, and I'm hoping that this video reaches the right people where we can get this car, talked about and get people involved. And it will really be one of those things where I can get new folks involved into the car culture, because I know it seems like it's a lot for some of you guys who, want to get a JDM or want to import a car, and it seems like it's so unrealistic, but it's not far away. And if there's anything that I can do to help you guys or talk you through a process or learn something new, just let me know. And I'm there for you guys, and I want you guys to be there for me. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, and then let me know your thoughts. I really appreciate it. Peace out, and I'll keep you guys updated on future projects. We've got a lot of stuff going on. My business is getting ready to launch our very first product next month, so I'm going to be kind of busy with that, but you can look forward to the driver's market launching our very first product and our very first product video. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys, and let's talk, let's chat. Meet me in the comments. Okay, see ya. One final thought, I'm getting ready to get back in the car and head home, but if you know where I can get a passenger sunshade, this one is black with gray tabs, and the door struts, I need both of those things. If you guys have a bead on those, please let me know. Again, the passenger sunshade, so that would be the left side of the car, and the door struts, please let me know.